I got to say this right off the bat. Bryce Underwood is a very impressive raw talent. He can spin that ball. Guy, I mean, you were up, you know where the press box is. We're five stories up.
Yeah.
It's optically wow.
Yeah.
He's going to be if stays healthy, he's going to really be a good quarterback for the University of Michigan. Trust me.
Now, what were the best and worst parts for the Wolverines last night?
Well, the best part, in my mind, was the blocking on the left side, and then you got some wide receiver blocking, which was really good. Eric Campbell's helping out Ronald Bellamy in that, so that's good. There was a couple back-to-back series in the late third quarter that the defense let down, but overall, I think it was a good win. But who knows how good New Mexico is, how bad New Mexico is?
Yeah.
I got to go 3 layers in on really evaluate, but they're going to find out in Norman, Oklahoma next Saturday night because, Justice Haynes played there last year. He's telling his teammates this place is hostile. So it'll be interesting to see how they do.
So the Lobos, 3 best players last year, all transferred to Utah and got a big win over UCLA. So they probably had more fun than they would have in Ann Arbor. Mike, I'm sure you had better things to do last night, but from what you've seen and heard, what do you make of a 34-17 win?
Well, I mean, Bryce Underwood's an NFL talent, and like Tom said, he's raw, but impressive. I mean, the arm strength is undeniable. Decision-making was decent. No turnovers. That's impressive. I know they had a special teams turnover. I mean, I know the offensive line is a bit of a question, and Brent Venables is a defensive mastermind. I mean, this guy's really good. He was very special at Clemson when they were winning national titles. They put together a team. They got a lot of continuity. They were one of the youngest teams in the country last year. They bring a lot back. Got to favor Oklahoma a little bit in this game, but if Bryce Underwood were to win this game, it'd certainly be a bonus. This is a Michigan team that will probably get better as the season progresses. I knew there's a new offensive coordinator. They got to get used to this system, but I think this is progress for Michigan. I think to win more national titles, doing it in
we'll see how Underwood matches up with John Mateer, transfer from Washington State, who looks like a terrific player and did last year. Tom, Hassan Haskins, Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, Khalil Mullings are gone, but Haynes is there. Is he definitely the one, or are he and Jordan Marshall 1 and 1A?
I mean, they call him 1 and 1A, but man, Justice Haynes, I mean, he came in the presser. He's got the big guns, the big quads, an impressive guy. Look at the program he came from. So he's top shelf as far as his upbringing in the SEC, and he's got a lot of confidence, and he's got a good quarterback to match with him. So I think he's going to have a great year. They couldn't run offensively, they couldn't have any continuity up last year on that team, and that's an upgrade. It was all on defense last year, made a little more balance this year.
Now they can run and throw.
Yeah, Jack, this is a guy that Georgia really wanted. He's a Georgia legacy player. I mean, they really went hard after this guy in recruiting. They were really brokenhearted when Alabama got him, and really shocked that he didn't even get a look. It was almost like he knew he was going to Michigan before he went in the portal, but kudos to Michigan, taking a page out of the Ohio State playbook, raiding a really talented SEC running back. Alabama really missed him. Their starting running back was injured, and there was a huge drop-off to their number 2, and that probably had a lot to do with that Florida State game. So this was a big win for Michigan. To get this guy, you got to have these kind of players to win championships.
Bryce Underwood, Tom, certainly lived up to the billing, but he joined some select company. When you look at the players who had started their first game, I think we have a graphic with the guys who had started as freshmen. There you see it. Could he be the best of that group?
Yeah, I'm talking to Steve Kornacki about this, the best quarterback and all this stuff. I think talent-wise, raw talent-wise, he's top shelf. I mean, Chad Henne had a great career, but he had a great offensive line from year one with Jake Long and those cats. So it all depends on the offensive line, really, about how good he's going to be, in my opinion.
Mike, looking at 4 young quarterbacks with incredible pressure this year, talking about Aiden Childs, Bryce Underwood, Dylan Raiola and Arch Manning, and there you see Underwood had the most yards and the most yards per throw. Arch struggled mightily. We'll get to that in a minute. And Raiola had a terrific completion percentage. He and Giles were the best there. What do you make of these groups, and how tough is it for a young quarterback to come in and play in that environment?
Well, I mean, you're putting a true freshman up against some guys that have a little bit more experience, but in terms of a ceiling, I think he's got the highest ceiling in terms of pure talent.
Yeah.
Arch Manning is special in a lot of different ways. I don't think that's the book. I think that's the first chapter. But if you're asking me if these guys were stock, who would I buy stock in? It'd probably be Bryce Underwood.